Oh, it's a big school of them, biggest school of them. I'm looking at the biggest muddy. That's tea for us. You know, like the travelling part of it's good, but it's what you get up to. That's where it's at. Do I get them both? No, one's chasing the other one. Oh, right in the shallows. They were like in ankle deep water. This year's going to be something else. A little bit wet out there. Anyway, today got some mates coming out, so they're going to come out and spend the night. It's going to be good. Catch up with them. It's been 2 years or so. So actually the last spot we caught up was out here. So it's going to be good to catch up with them. Anyway, I'm going to get all my housework done now. Should we move them solar panels? We've been having some pretty average weather the last few days, and it's been good though because we've been collecting a fair bit of water. But the only thing is, it's all good to have a lot of amp hours, but yeah, when it goes down, it's struggle town to bring them back up, especially if you don't got enough solar for it, or you're not just taking the time to chase the sun for a few days until it does come back up. But we're getting on top now. I did have them out at the beach, but you'd only get it till probably 2 o'clock before it'd start dying right down. I don't get it till about 8:30 here, but I get it all the way till about 5 in the afternoon of good sunlight. So we should be pretty right. Pays to just follow that sun for a while until they are right up there. When they go down, they take a bit to bring back up. More solar the better, I say. Rather be looking at it than looking for it. We're going for a wander down to the creek. It's dead low. And I've got a line just in case. Always have a line, most times. But we'll go for a walk and we'll have a look. Some big tides, give you an idea. Look how high they come up. It's hard to tell because you don't usually know where it usually comes up to, but that's I think there's a 6.5 last night. Let's just say that's a lot of water. We'll show you today when it comes up. We'll go have a look. Well, it's reasonably low now, and we'll show you when she's in today. Crystal clear. Oh, it's not. Thought she was going to be a lot colder. Not too bad. She's pretty still out there too. Ready to be eaten alive? You ready? Let's do it. I've said it before in some of the videos, but I don't really like talking while I walk through stuff like this, just so I can hear stuff. Stay there. Sandies aren't actually that bad considering. Oh, she's worth having a flick. Well, better off coming back when the tide's just starting to push in that little creek though. Anyway, we'll go for a walk to another part. Have a look. This is a fair whack of a pig. I only knew too because I walked out here yesterday and they weren't here. They're on top of all the car tracks. It's going straight over the top of them. Decent size by the looks. Little one with him as well. That'd be handy to come across inside them mangroves. Always look for a tree no matter wherever I am. Not just for pigs. If we come across a fucking rogue bull or anything, always look for an escape path before you go inside. Give you an idea how big these tides were. Only more pig tracks. Definitely fresh after that tide last night. Been getting around. Yeah, only a few days back there was someone camped out here. It'd have been underwater now. But this is before the bigger tides. Obviously it doesn't reach nowhere near it, so you're right, but goes from totally dry to totally submerged. Make sure you always check them tides, especially when you venture to new spots. Some are bigger than others. I'm a long way away from the water's edge too. Bit of mullet getting around. Water's still a bit cold though, I reckon. The old barrow and that. Anyway, I just really wanted to have a look. It's been a while since I've seen it so low, so I wanted to come here, have a look, see what the bottom looked like at low tide and have an idea where to flick it and high tide, so I don't get snagged. You're a good dog. Yep. Drew's back to camp. Got something I want to explain to you. Yeah, what I was saying last week. We'll go back there and I'll tell you about it. While we're at it, I know a lot of people would know, but there's probably a lot of people that don't know neither, so this is for the ones that don't know. Green ants. So I remember, I'll tell you later. So that's an actual green ant nest. It's just all made out of leaves. Smart little critters, aren't they? That if you bust it open or you walk through or it just cracks on you, you'll know. They're not nasty, but they'll, if you don't know what's got you, you'll be shitting yourself. But yeah, just full of green ants. I remember at school, don't ask me why, because they do taste like shit, but you eat their little butts and they're real tangy. But I think it was just more of a showing your hunting and gathering skills back in the day. I don't know. I'm not sure, but they're not the best. But yeah, that's just a green ant nest. I'll just show you out the front. It's come in a fair bit now though. Oh yeah, it's coming a lot. I'll give you an idea. This is it now, and this isn't even low. She's coming quite a bit. We'll go for a walk up to this little mouth of this creek. Give you a look around there too. Show you what it's like now and when that water pumps in. Today's tide's gonna be just as big as last night, I think it is. I reckon it'll be back up in the same spot. All depends too. If there's wind, a bit more wind behind it, it can push it up, make it feel like it's higher again, but still gonna be a big tide. So you can see it now, how low it is. You wait, we'll come back out, have a go, have a flick. These clouds are meant to be clearing up too. We'll see how we go. Because I've had some good little sessions out here, but this has just changed, but it looks really, really neat how it is, like just in the water rushing over that edge. Floodie's just sitting on the other side, Bluey's going along it. So I can be a bit stricter on her sometimes, only because like when she does go down, head, you know, nose to the ground, one, it's, you don't know if there's baits, and you don't know what they're getting in, but when I'm on a beach especially, I always keep an eye on it, because you know, someone could have lost their line, hook, everything's in there, hook still could have bait on it, could wash up, and she's sniffing away, and yeah, and goes to have a feed, and you know, yeah, that'd be a bit shit. So I am strict on her for good reason, because she's a good kid. Turned out really good. Oh then, I know what yous are thinking. Need to get the boat in. Let's go and have a talk. Got something to tell yous. Come on. Go, 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 go. So the tinny, but yes, I admit it doesn't get used a lot, but there are a couple of reasons. You know, one biggest would be flushing the outboard. I don't always have, you know, that much fresh water to be able to do all that sort of stuff, considering I'm at a spot, I'm not out there for a few days, I'm out there for a good month or so. So you got, you know, can take a bit of fresh water to look after it and that. I went a 2-stroke this time. The time I got this, just for the lighter, like the old 4, I don't know if you remember, we had that one prior, it was a Honda 20, and Mate, that thing, what is it, about 50 odd K, you know? 50 odd K, 50 odd kilo. So I knocked back to a 2-stroke for it being lighter, and I think this is about, what are they? I think they're 38 kilos or something, give or take. But when you're mixing the fuel, same thing. I can only carry so much unleaded, and the majority of the unleaded is used on the quad bike. I've got the Jenny there. It's just more practical for me to run in places with the quad while I'm catching fish than it is to do both. That was the biggest thing. But still, it's like the tinny's like a spare tyre for me. I wouldn't want to go without it. Look, may not get used much, touch wood for the spare tyres. But yeah, when I do want it, it's there, you know, especially more so for probably dropping crab pots or you know, getting to the other side of a place that always looks greener or whatever. I've had a big think about it, and yeah, I think as much as I love it, look, all I wanted was the high side, the CJ high side, and I finally got it. And then I realised now it is, honestly, it's really too good to be sitting here, you know, going to waste. The tinny and the outboard, we're gonna sell. Look, it's, oh shit, how's that for a sign? I don't know what that sign meant. Bloody scrub turkey jumping in me pan over near the fire, I assume. Yep. Why did it do that at the time I said that? Anyway, yeah, so anyway, it's still up, you know, it's still up in the air, but it's too much of a waste. Well, I'd rather sell this and someone else get good use out of it, because it is brilliant for a traveling tinny. Like I said, I love it, but I think I'm better off. I want to go, maybe this is a 3.5. I'll probably go down to like a 3.4 or even 3.2, probably a 3.4 more than anything. What I am going to do is I just want to get a little something smaller. Like, I think weights start dropping. I want to go a 4-stroke, so it'll only be like probably a 6 horsepower, or 4 is going to be too small. But yeah, I've got to toss things up now. 4, I don't have to register the boat in Queensland, so for the amount of times it gets used. But I don't know, a 6, I'd probably rather go a 6, just when I do got a bit more gear in it, so I can still do little camp trips and that, but still run pots, because that's, you know, probably the biggest thing. But the 4-banger, I'm not mixing fuel then. I know if I don't use it for the outboard, it can be used for the quad. And the shear, I'm going a bit lighter, it's a bit easier for me to handle and that. Like, this isn't too bad, but I am one person as well. I just feel like I'll use it more if it's a bit less work, you know what I mean? Like, not so much work, like not as much of a struggle and stuff like that. So that's where I'm at with the tinny. Yes, it's annoying, it's fucking pretty much brand new and that, but so there we go. I'm gonna start looking around for a smaller one, but that's not all neither. The other idea I had when we were at the little cuz, we were building we're strengthening up the boat trailer. I think, and I've put a lot of work into it. I've put a bit of money into this boat trailer. I love nothing more than traveling around in the lighter setup, you know, swagging it. Just being lighter, getting into a bit more spots, and the biggest thing is fuel. The old toy hole, the camper trailer, I love it, but obviously you're a bit more weight, you're going to chew more fuel and stuff like that, you're a bit more restricted. Yeah, and always said, you know, if ever given the chance, I'd love to have a bit more small of a setup, and then, yeah, you know, putting that for a bit and see how I go. Taking it right back when I first took off. But don't get me wrong, I love me camper, because I'm missing it now. I'm just missing, you know, probably the bed. Me tools are the biggest thing, having everything on board, to think when I'm sitting there and I think, oh yeah, I'll make that, I'll do that, but I think, nah, got nothing. Don't got none of that stuff on me, you know. What we were thinking, you know, I had in mind is, can we make it a hybrid kind of trailer? So can I make it so I can house the quad on it, so pretty much put a floor on this thing, still kind of keeping it simple, but it's still got to be livable, you know, because like I said, I'm not, yeah, I'm in it for the long haul, so I want to, yeah, if I'm going to do it, I'll make it so it's still practical. So put a floor on it, make it so I can house the quad on this, and if I went a bit small of a tinny, I'd put it up on top of the ute. But what I would do, instead of swagging it this time around, I'd most likely put a rack on this and put a rooftop tent on it, you know what I mean? So go down that track, and if anything, I'll be able to get into more destinations because a bit more weight off the ute goes on this, and then I just have the quad, the boat up on the ute itself, and majority of the weight's on the trailer. And then it'll be water. I'll be able to carry a shitload lot more water, so it means I'm going to be in ripper spots for longer, even if I don't have a freshwater source around. That's my main aim. I love exploring places, and you can't explore a place in a few days, I don't think. Well, I can't anyway. I've got to be there, and I've got to learn it, and yeah, learn the tides, you know, all that sort of stuff. So, but yeah, give us your opinions anyway, and we could turn it into a bit of a build video as well. But the more I think I know, like, it's gonna be a little bit, you know, I'm gonna want to have a box on the front. I want it to have its own power source. Overall, it's still gonna add up. There's still gonna be a bit of stuff happening to it, so it won't be real simple, but it'll be simple in the likes of what I'm running now. Just let me know your thoughts. What do you reckon? The more I think about it, the more, you know, like, oh yeah, I'll just put a rack on it and do this and do that, but then still I'm gonna have to break it then, because it is, you know, it's only 750 or whatnot, so it'll have to be braked, which is not too bad. You can get them kits and stuff like that, and all the running gear underneath it is solid, and even just the framework and everything. I know what's been done to it and who's done it, so I feel comfortable doing a bit to it, you know, putting a bit more love into it and making it. So, you know, this could be our home on wheels for, I don't know, however long. See, no biggie, but it is to me. I'm excited.